Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Augustus, and I'm back again with another episode of Tsukihime. When we last left off, we learned a little bit more about Arc, and, well, not much else other than the fact that, she likes hamburgers and french fries, and she does not like Shiki being a dick, which, to be fair, most people don't. Oh well. No, I think that's all I really need to go into. There was not much that happened last episode, to be fair. So I guess without any further waffling on from me, let's get back into it, shall we? After eating, we do some window shopping on the main street and end up heading towards my school for some reason. The sun starts to set. Actually, it's because Arcueid suddenly exclaims, "Let's go to the school you're attending," and I couldn't tell her no. I've told you before, but we can't go inside. I've skipped school today after all, and you're an outsider. If my voice sounds a bit weirder than normal, that's because I have a bit of a sore throat, but, I frequently have a bit of a sore throat, so that's, not surprising. I know. I won't cause you any trouble, so just relax. Arcueid peers at the school from the gate. Huh? Arcueid tilts her head. What's wrong? Did something happen? I look at the school grounds from behind her. This time, I'm the one tilting my head. There's no sign of anyone on the school grounds. It's not even quite 6 o'clock yet. Whenever I was in high school, school was closed at 5 or 5:30. Teachers were gone by then. I think that's when the principals, assistant principals, finished everything. Everybody besides basically football and basketball practice was done by 3:30. Football, basketball was done by 4 at the latest. They were usually done at 3:30 themselves as well, but it depended on how well they were doing in the season, and usually not very good, though our basketball team was apparently pretty good, though I don't like sports, so it doesn't matter. I guess I'm going on about pointless things, as I'm one to do. At this time, there should be a lot of athletic clubs still practicing. Shiki, it seems no one's here. I'm not sure why, but there really is no one here. I don't see anyone in the building either. Shiki, there's no one inside, Arcueid stares up at me. Somehow, I'm pretty sure I know what she's trying to say. No way. I refuse her bluntly. But she doesn't seem to listen to me, which is, if this game is anything to go by, that's most people. If there's no one here, then I can't get in trouble for going in. We came at a great time, didn't we? I told you I don't want to. Apparently, Japan doesn't have cameras inside all their schools. Wow, it's bigger inside than I thought. The school building is also really huge. It seems well suited for its task, and I keep bumping the table with my phone because I'm an idiot. That's strange. Arcueid's voice isn't coming from right near me, but inside the school grounds. Shiki, the door won't open, so is it okay if I break it down? What blurring speed. Arcueid is already right next to a glass door with her arm cocked to break it. Why won't you listen to what people are saying? With all my strength, I dash towards the glass to prevent it from being broken by a big idiot. Ah, you came over. She gives a smile as if she was enjoying this. Is going to my high school this much fun? There's a lot of other better places I can take you, so let's just get out of here. I don't think so. The place you always come to, it seems pretty fun. Arcueid gives a mischievous laugh and smiles devilishly. Shiki, I want to go inside here. Can you kill the lock on this? Kill it? Wouldn't it be less messy than if I did it? The way you slice something apart doesn't leave any cross-sections that look like the action of a blade. Couldn't she just jump up on the roof and, whatever? If someone finds it later on, it'll just like it fell apart on its own. Come on, come on. She points to the glass by the window by the hallway. She's acting like a kid. I half lower my glasses. Now then, a window with a line at the crescent lock would be... Crap, there conveniently is one. Taking my knife out of my pocket, I cut down the lock. No, not cut down. More like killing it. All set. Let's go in here. Lifting open the glass window, we enter the school building. Sigh. I knew it. Arcueid declares she wants me to guide her to my classroom first. Hey, Shiki, what do you study here? What? Normal school stuff. History, and a lot of deep studies into the culture of my country. And to know about how things work, we study physics and math. And we might go overseas one day, so we study English too. Oh, really? Taking you into account, I thought you were studying things like the best way to slice up people or how to use various blades. Cheeky. She said something pretty funny. Arcueid, you're saying that even though you already know what kind of place this is, right? Good job. She starts to clap. Don't ask me to laugh, I'm not funny. It's always hard to understand what she's thinking, but today takes the cake. Dragging me here, just what the heck is she planning? Shiki? What is it? This song. This song. It, reminds me of certain things from later routes. I'm gonna take a very quick drink of water. Man, I love this track. It's probably my favorite one from the game. Yeah, I think this actually would be my favorite track from the game, other than maybe the intro piece, but it's... Man, this track just elicits so many emotional reactions from me. It's something. Suddenly looking serious like that. You really did have a reason for bringing me here, didn't you? No, there wasn't any reason. I just wanted to hear about this kind of place. This kind of place? About school? Yeah, you spend half your day here, right? Is there a use for all the knowledge and experiences you gain here? Or are you just wasting your time learning things unnecessary for you? Huh? Her question is the least understandable so far. That question actually makes a lot of sense to me from a philosophical standpoint, but it's also incorrect from pretty much any standpoint outside of, rebellious kid. So which means I would have loved it in high school. And to some extent now, the rebellious spirit never truly leaves, as they say. Or as I say. For example, there are some skills you learn here that will never be used. I was reading a bunch of English earlier, and I'm just kind of like in that mindset. Isn't that a waste? Well, maybe it is a waste. I learned math, but we only use the simplest of math in our daily lives. I learn about this country's history and English, but I don't know if I'll ever use it. Oh, so you realize it then. But then why do you do such pointless things? Hey, don't say that about history. I love reading history. History's interesting. Your time is so short, you don't have time to waste. No time to waste? Well, we don't have a specific goal, so we live pointlessly like this until we do. I can't believe it. Even though you know it's pointless, you make it something you live for. Yeah, I really can't believe it. Her voice is terribly hushed. I don't know why, of course. Something to live for, huh? That may be true. But are useless things that bad? Huh? Is it alright to do extra things? Even if we use what I learn only here, it still becomes a reminder of my days here. Some years later, there will be a time when I'll just think, and I'll remember back and say, yeah, that's how it was back then, and give a bitter smile. So there's meaning in it. I don't get it. Those memories themselves are pointless, but you're saying there's fun in remembering them, Shiki? Yeah, that's okay. People are designed not to remember painful things. But in the first place, the lives of humans are full of pointless things. To think of it, isn't life itself pointless? Keep bumping my pop filter, apparently. So I don't think about it too deeply. I think it's best just to fool yourself and live like you don't realize there's no meaning in life. That's very... I don't want to say deep because it's really not deep, but it's something that you can pretend is deep and has lots of meaning behind it when there's really not. You know it's pointless, yet you do it. I really don't get it. I can't do something so pointless. Even now, I haven't done anything that I didn't need to do. What are you saying? Wasn't the whole day full of pointlessness? Is it your purpose hunting vampires? Then there's really no need for you to go walking around with me. That's true. I don't understand that either. I wanted to ask you because you don't seem to do anything but pointless things, but now I'm totally confused. Hey. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm a completely pointless person. I already had the characters back switched up. Yeah. I'm sorry. I understand what you're trying to say, Shiki. Humans are a collective, so their worth isn't determined by individuals, but by the whole group. Even if an individual is mistaken, if the group is correct, then it is forgiven. But as for us, we are solitary creatures, so we can't allow ourselves to be mistaken. Keep bumping my pop filter. I'm hoping that's not causing any issues. Knowing my luck, it is, but, there's only so much I can do about that because of how I have things set up currently. Oh well, that's pointless. Doesn't matter. We can't allow our wills to be influenced by anyone else. So, that's why I was taught never to do extra things. Quietly. She talks as if she was in a confessional. But now, I don't know anymore. For just a brief time, really only 7 days, I started to wonder if I really was right. Because it was so fun. Doing this, living like this, I never thought until now how happy it could make me. Arcueid. Maybe I broke down. I've never been awake for this long until now. Maybe I'm already fast asleep, dreaming about all of this. With empty eyes, Arcueid whispers these words. What? I can't speak. Her image flutters like a projected hologram. Broken? What do you mean? You look pretty normal to me. Maybe on the outside, but I'm different on the inside. Happiness and pain, all of those extra feelings are becoming greater. I can't ignore things that I used to be able to in the past. So I'm broken, right? Pop. And also, I'm not normal. I'm different from you, Shiki, and I am an idiot and just, popped my knuckle right under my microphone because I'm stupid. I'm a vampire. This, if you haven't caught on to it now, this track is Whew. Well, it's used for sad scenes, let's just say. Saying that, she seems to laugh. Really faintly, as if hiding in the red of the setting sun. That's strange. It's just weird. The dusk classroom. Bathed in the red sun, a vulnerable-looking girl. This scene, that's not like you at all. Yeah, it's not like her at all. You're a vampire, so don't look so vulnerable like you were some ordinary girl. Things you can't ignore, having to do pointless things, if it's not causing trouble to anyone, isn't it alright if you just let it all go? Or just to let it all go? I said not to think about yourself too seriously. I don't know what you're thinking about, but I don't see a problem. You're not causing trouble to anyone. Really? But you always yell at me. Is that different? I'm an exception. I have the sin of killing you, so dealing with you is just karma. It's okay, I'm doing it because I want to. So, please don't think about the trouble you're causing me. Arcueid's expression clouds over. If she makes that kind of face, it's a little troubling. She looks so weak, I want to embrace her. Please, Arcueid, get it straight now. It's true that you're selfish, you don't listen to other people, and you're full of problems. But other than that, you're pretty normal. That's not a bad description of a good amount of normal people, so it sounds pretty normal to me. Unless there's something that was lost in translation. You're not broken, you're just like a normal girl. So, smile. If you keep making that expression, it'll make me feel bad. Telling someone to smile depends on the person, but usually is not the best thing to do. That's pretty mean. Am I really that selfish? Arcueid looks at me suddenly as if studying my expression. I'm taken aback a little. Wrong wording there. It seems this princess didn't realize she was selfish. What are you saying? If you take every bit of selfishness out of you, there'd be nothing left but bones. Just bones. You sound like an old miser. What I'm saying doesn't quite make sense, but it seemed very funny. It was not, however, very funny, because even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined I would see Arcueid embarrassed over herself. Oh, she got mad. That, however, is funny. Shiki, you jerk. I was seriously discussing matters, and you act so heartlessly. Like I said, didn't I say I was nice to everyone but you? So, being mean to you now isn't anything new. Stifling my laughter, I look back at her. The cloud hanging over her head dispersed, and she has a genuine expression on her face, which is more like her. But, I guess it's better for you to be lively. I'm a little relieved. Why are you relieved? Aren't you supposed to be heartless towards me? Yeah, that's right. I tilt my head questioningly. That's strange. I don't even know why myself. Before, I just didn't want to see her looking depressed, and I wanted to protect her. That's ridiculous. Without a doubt, she is pretty, and I know she's a good person. Also, it isn't boring to be with her. But no way can such a ridiculous thing be happening. Get a hold of yourself, Shiki. Slap, slap, slap. She's a vampire. Go ahead, slap yourself in the face. That's pretty vague. Are you saying you don't understand yourself? Be quiet. It's alright if I don't understand myself. I've always been aware of how strange I am from the beginning. That's why my memories are always vague. That and probable mental illness, but we won't go into that in this game. Oh, I see. That's why you're always spaced out, Shiki. Arcueid nods to herself as if deeply understanding the matter. Having her take my excuse so seriously makes me wonder if maybe it really is true. Well then, we can't stay in this classroom forever. We should hurry up and leave before we're found by teachers left in school. Come on, let's head out. There's nothing else to do here, right? Yeah, nothing else, but Shiki? I throw her a questioning glance. She seems to be pondering her words and then asks me a strange question. Shiki, do you enjoy things? Are you sick today or something? Don't make fun of me. I know a little bit about your body. Even you know it, right? Then isn't it strange for you to die at any moment? Or then it isn't strange for you to die at any moment? What? Thump. The scar on my chest almost feels like it's squirming. It seems like a deeper question for Shiki than he was prepared for. Humans die eventually. But in your case, death will come quicker than for other people. Her eyes are serious. But everyone has lines of death on them, so there are many places where they can die easily. It's not like I'm the only one who's very close to death. Answer me. Do you ever have moments where you enjoy yourself even though you have such an unstable hold on life? You really are stupid. There's no way I can know that. But there's one thing clear to me. I almost died 8 years ago, and for a short while, probably when I was getting surgery at the hospital, I felt like I was in a dark place. Maybe it was a dream. Just, at that time, I truly felt like I died, like that place was truly death. I was extremely happy after my miraculous recovery. Then, I met Sensei and was able to return to a normal life. I never realized it until I died once. But the world is so peaceful and such a fun place to be. They say pleasure can't be found in this life, but I think for humans, just living is good enough. That's why I can continue living like this, even knowing that it's all pointless. That's why, if someone sees me, or if someone asks me if I'm enjoying life, usually it's something really unforgivable. I can't help but answer that I am, unless it's something really unforgivable. Excuse me. No matter how much despair it is, I'm satisfied with just existing. There's something more certain than the nothingness of death. No one had to teach me that, but I still know that. Just being allowed to be here really is a wonderful thing. It's just, isn't living enjoyable enough? Everything up until now was fun, so I can feel like living. Well, I guess that is how I can answer your question. I can't say anything too profound. I've only been alive for 17 years. I see. So that is how your heart is. Just doing that is fun enough. That's true, even though you know it's something extra. You can't give it up because you enjoy it. I was scared of that and asked, but perhaps that might be a good answer. What, are you still thinking about that thing from before? Yes, but for now, the hard feelings have faded. I can't stray off course until this vampire is defeated. Until then, we will fight together. Right? She says, smiling. And Until this vampire is defeated, huh? That's right. That was the relationship between us. Because today was just so normal, I completely forgot about the most important, fundamental fact. Hey, Arcueid. Just without thinking, when this is all over, when we're done defeating this vampire, before we part, can't we do something like this just once more? Those words really came out of my mouth naturally. Eh? What do you mean? I'm saying, after your task is finished, let's do these pointless things one more time. In the end, we're here together because we agreed to help each other. So, I really was wondering what would happen if we were to meet again without my responsibilities, if we just met for no particular reason. That's not true. Just as friends, and not thinking about her being a vampire at all. I just thought it would make Arcueid happy if we created some normal memories like that. If you're too busy, then it's okay. I only thought of it just now, anyway. But that's really the opposite of how I feel. After her eyes widen in surprise, she nods. Okay. When everything's over, let's come here again, Shiki. It won't have any meaning, but I'm sure it will be really, really fun. In the classroom, bathed by the sunset, Arcueid smiles and makes a promise with me. I think here, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end off this episode. Next episode, I was kind of hoping to get to the choice that's coming up next this episode, but oh well. I'll go into a bit more detail about that next time, I guess, because I think we're probably pretty close, but we're also cutting it pretty close on time, and I don't want to, misjudge time and how long it takes me to read things like an idiot. But anyway, next time we're going to have an interesting set of choices. One that leads us to a dead end, one that leads us to, well, something strange if my memory serves, and the final choice, which will lead us to where we go to the actual story progress. But anyway, I hope to see you all next time on Tsukihime.